What's happening, beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike and welcome back to the Dirty Road to Glory, where we're focusing on the trading. We're progressing. We've got gameplay on deck, skill move sessions left, right, and center. But before we get into the FIFA goodness, if you need any cheap Ultimate Team coins, instant delivery, FIFA coin stock in the description, make sure to use Dirty for 5% off. Today, my friends, we've got something on the books as we open a free pack courtesy of EA Sports and we get Squad Douche. It's bashing, it's mashing, and we are trashing that pack. Gonna save some of the contracts, but the majority of the pack is pretty much discard value. If you guys enjoy the content, please beat up that like button. It just shows me some support. It tells me you're enjoying everything. It takes a lot of time to play the matches, to develop the squads, to get some trading techniques. And speaking of trading, we're going to kickstart with trading today, and I'm using chemistry styles on players, and I'm going to buy them off the market. I like looking into the Shadow, which is a defensive chemistry style, Hunter, which everybody knows is the most expensive, and if you can get a good deal on somebody mislisting a player with Hunter, ooh, you have big profit margins. And then Catalyst. These are the three that I prefer to use myself. And I'm just showing you guys some of the sales I made. I started this episode with about 10,000 coins, and I made 6,000 or 7,000 in the matter of an hour and a half. And you're going to use a guess and check technique. So you need players from the 4 major leagues: BPL, Serie A. You're looking at the BBVA, Liga 1. I even mess around in the Russian league every once in a while. Or the Bundesliga, and what you're doing is you're taking players that are well known and you're seeing if anybody might have mislisted those players with a chemistry style, thinking they didn't have Shadow, Hunter, or even Catalyst applied, and they just listed as a normal player and they didn't change the value, and you're gonna buy it now. You can do an open bid, whichever works best for you, and there's a lot of guessing and checking, because there's no one player to use or 2 players. You're just looking for mistakes, but every year it seems to work with, I'd say, decent success. You're going to buy when you realize that there's an opportunity for you to make some coinage, and the best way to double check all that is to use this website called FUT Focus, which is going to be in the links down below. It's entirely free. It's a very quick site. It tells me what's happening on the market, how much money I can make after taxes. It's just everything you need to know for trading, for making good purchases, for building squads. That's my website. I like using a lot. It's not my website. Let me make that clear. I didn't create the website, but it's a website that I prefer and I recommend, as we are just all over it. If Eder could have finished that skill run, man, that would have been a thing of dreams. We would have talked about that for a couple episodes of the Road to Glory. He was working all over the pitch, and that's terrible goalkeeper work. Terrible. And for Guarin and Hernandez, some of the Serie A guys you saw me resell, I only made about 500 coins per sale. However, I got a Gerrard on an open bid that I was able to sell for 2,000 in profit. And Diaby, which you may have noticed at the beginning of the video, I got very good fortune. I bought him as a CDM, and he's regularly a center mid, so that's like about 1,500 to 2,000 coins just in that switch of player positions. And then I also got him with the chemistry style, so I also profited about 2,000 coins on Diaby as well as Gerrard. So that was the majority of the trading. You never know who's gonna be on the market there, which players. Somebody made a mistake, but it's a great trading technique. It's pretty sure-proof. Just make sure to use FUT Focus and look at the market. Look at the market. You can't just buy and have no idea what you're doing. You've got to make sure that you can relist and make some money. As we bang it into the back of the net. Oh, I love Huntelaar. Oh my gosh, I love him. For me this year, he's been a very deadly player. You have to combine him with somebody fast up top. But Huntelaar finishes everything. He's got both feet. He's got the power. He's good in the air. As De Bruyne's going to put that into the back of the net. Of course. Of course. We don't miss. We don't miss too many free kicks from outside the box. And the reason I haven't had a Road to Glory come out recently is I was actually in France last week. Quite a few guys are aware. If you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, Dirty Mike USA, then you already know the scoop. But I was competing in a pro tournament in Paris, France at Games Week. It was an incredible event at Electronic Sports World Cup. A lot of great coverage, thousands of people, and I played really well. I advanced for my group, which I would consider the group of death. Had so many skillful players. Everybody at the event is incredible at FIFA. And then I lost in the first round of bracket play, which is 9th to 16th place. where I ran up against Rosemeyer, which is a familiar name if you're into the competitive side of FIFA. He won the FIFA Interactive World Cup last year, so he's definitely a premium quality player. As we tap at home, double body feint. And skill moves, fellas, skill moves are important. Almost everybody at the event was using skill moves all over the pitch. It adds a certain sense of deception. In that final third, you got to get creative because great players know how to play defense, know how to close out, realize how to double team, and they just don't make too many silly errors, and you can't play passively versus stellar players or they're just going to pick you apart. So when you're pressuring, and you're still playing safe, it's kind of a micro-macro technique with defense. You guys have seen it from my tutorials where you pressure, you let off, you chase back, you're trying to push and pull. And, oh, wow, we get another Berber there from Kalu. If he could have finished that, we would have had a nice discussion point. 38 yards. We're going to take a chance here with De Bruyne. Can you? Can you do it? Ooh, just on the side of the post. But, yes, in competitive play, I think one mistake or two mistakes changes everything in those types of matches. They're typically more defensive orientated. But the two guys in the final, the Iranian and the UK, both of those guys were very direct players. They were aggressive. So maybe this will be a little bit different for this year's installment. I'm looking forward to it. I had a great time. Thanks for all the positive words and the support. A lot of you guys were ready and willing. I actually met quite a few subscribers in France, which is awesome. As we get a layoff there, Huntelaar, and we skied the finish. We skied the finish. And I also want to talk about instructions real quick. I've mentioned this in previous videos, and this is crucial for competitive play. It's crucial for getting your people in the right place as we get a rainbow, which you don't see that often. Whether you're playing Ultimate Team, you're playing head-to-head, when you're loading into the game and you're messing with the lineup a little bit, you've got roles. There's a new feature called instructions, and I like with quick strikers to add get in behind. It's a great instruction. Almost gives them that high-low work rate feel. And they're always making runs for through balls. And then at the CDM position, especially in the 4-2-2-2, I like to go ahead and apply cut passing lanes, sit back, hang out, don't push too far forward. And I decided it was time for a change of squads. Drop a comment, which league, what type of squad. You can link a squad. If I use it, I will definitely give you credit. I sold my fitness team. I couldn't get rid of the Bundesliga side. They've been so consistent, it just wouldn't be right. And we've been scoring a lot of goals, over 3 per match, barely 1 conceded per game. But I thought as we were progressing in divisions that the Portuguese side, as much fun as they are to use, they might start costing me games. So if you guys enjoyed the content, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, Facebook at DirtyMikeUSA, and I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.